So today I thought I'd make a quick video. I've made one the other day of doing an Edelbrock carburetor swap on this 85 GMC Jimmy. I kind of put it on there with a carburetor I had that I didn't remember why it was in the box, didn't know the quality, condition, or anything else of it. Threw it on here. It ran, fired right up, but I'm not happy with it. And it's what it's got an Edelbrock spread bore intake manifold on it. It had a Rochester quadrajet on it that ran rich and sick. So I was trying to get something on there to make it run a lot better, leaner. Just a little better carburetor, more efficient. So what I've done, I just kind of threw, like I say, I set that right on that spread bore intake manifold, and butterflies open, all that's fine, except for technically a guy should put an adapter on there. So what I'm doing here today is I bought the parts. Some I had, some I needed to get. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing next to this and what you need to do a proper swap. So over here, what I've done is, well, went out and bought a brand new 1406 electric choke Edelbrock carburetor. So, I'm just going to go brand new. That way I know what I got. Because the carburetor that's on this thing, I took two carburetors that were different and put them together a long time ago. So I don't know if and I'm not going to buy a needle and metering rod kit and start messing around with that. I don't want to spend that kind of time on this. I just want this thing to run good and be done with it. So what I have here, I'm going to show you two different ways of doing this. This is one of those spacers that I've seen a lot of and talked to a lot of people about. Where the people I talked to didn't know much about it, so I had to do a lot of research. So that spacer right there, as you can see, is for a spread bore. If I was putting this 1406 directly on a square bore intake manifold, I would run this, they call it, I don't know what kind of material it is, honestly. It's a resin. Anyways, I would put that on there, because what happens if you don't is you get the carburetor hot over time on a long run, and then your gas boils over, floods the rig out as you shut it off. This is when you park it, it'll boil the gas over, flood it. So every time you start it, you got to have your foot on the accelerator pump. So anyways, to relieve that issue is to put the spacer in there to get that carburetor off the intake manifold so that it stays a little cooler. However, with this, I cannot do that on this project today, obviously. It's got the spread bore intake. So what I've done here is I bought this Mr. Gasket, excuse me, carburetor adapter kit. Now they've changed the look of it a little bit since the last one I got. Got fins on the side for cooling, that's good. It's got everything in it, your studs, your gaskets. And the other thing that I bought, so that way I can adapt that carburetor onto a spread bore intake manifold correctly. The other thing I bought here is I thought, well, since I was at the store and I live way out in the country, I thought I'd get this piece here. This is an Edelbrock part. This is for a GM throttle. It says 77 and later Chevrolet. Well, everything I seem to mess with is needing that. The Edelbrock carburetor comes with a throttle attachment, but they're all for the Ford or the earlier ones that pop on. It's that little knob that they come with. And then I went ahead and bought a stud kit just in case, longer studs. Well, I do enough of these these are 2-inch. That way I do enough carburetor stuff, and I've got 4 other square bodies, and I'm going to put this adapter on one soon. I need the stud kit. So I just kind of got a little bit of mixture of things that I will need to do it right. Anyways, this is what you'd need to take a Rochester quadrajet off, and the adapter that you'd need to put it on a spread bore intake to adapt to then a square bore to mount your Edelbrock 1406 or 1407, whichever you prefer, or the AVS. And like I say, if you look down here at this throttle shaft, you'll see that I've got that built. I was going to cut the end of that bolt off so it would have been short, but you want that throttle cable coming off of that bracket straight, so you're not
pulling on it crooked, which then takes more foot pressure to make it pull the accelerator. So anyways, like I say, there's a couple little tricks and things, and if you're going to do a swap on it, it's handy to know what you need before you get into it and then find out you need to go back to the parts store. All right, well, I hope this helps. Thank you.